They're calling it a Super Classico. Between them they've won 7 World Cups. Brazil still ranked first in the world, Argentina third, but both countries rebuilding under new coaches after failing in Germany in the summer. Steve Bennett, the referee, Premiership referee, just getting them ready in the tunnel there. Argentina entrance us all with the majesty of their victory over Serbia and Montenegro, but made crucial mistakes in the quarter-final against Germany, and now turn to their World Cup 94 coach, Alfredo Basile again. Only 10 of their squad from the summer's tournament picked by him, and there has been two players, of course, attracting all the buzz here from the 60,000 crowd. I just hesitated because as I looked up, there are a lot of empty seats here. It is supposed to be a sellout, but there are many empty seats in the build-up to kick-off, and those two players attracting so much attention, Carlos Tevez and Javier Mascherano. So many people want to see them play today for Argentina. Brazil never found the rhythm in June. They'd had 12 months earlier, destroying Argentina 4-1 in the Confederations Cup final. They followed the Jurgen Klinsmann example by choosing a former captain as coach, despite no real experience in that area. Dunga, who led them to the World Cup in '94, says he's answered a calling from his heart to take up the job. The old guard like Cafu, indeed Emerson and Roberto Carlos not chosen. Ronaldo recovering from a knee operation. A new era for both countries. It's a game the whole world wants to see, says Dunga. Their last 6 meetings have produced 24 goals, and between Argentina and Brazil there's never a friendly, Dunga told us yesterday. He should know he lost against his fellow South Americans 1-0 in the 1990 World Cup second round. There will be the anthems, of course. There's Tevez, the West Ham new boy, and before kick-off there will be a minute's silence in respect to the second anniversary of the Chesnian school disaster. Now let me just explain. Brazil and Argentina matches, friendly matches, are these days organised by independent companies, and one of them is a Russian company, and they want to respect the Chesnian disaster. Let's have the anthems here then at the Emirates Stadium. Argentinian anthem there, and a shot of Julio Grondona, the president of the FA. Passion and colour from the Brazilian supporters. Their new coach, Dunga, was a pragmatic and successful manager. He's talked a lot about coherent policies and team ethics. He names an unchanged side from last month's 1-1 draw with Norway. No Ronaldinho, ruled out with a back injury. He's hoped to be fit against Wales on Tuesday. Only Lucio Juan and Gilberto Silva here on his home ground survived from the World Cup semi-final. Dunga, the first Brazilian coach to pick players from Eastern European clubs. Ilanos with Shakhtar in Ukraine and Carvalho with CSK Moscow. Lucio is the new captain, Kaká and the Arsenal new boy Batista on the bench. It's Argentina's first game since the World Cup quarter-final defeat by Germany. Abondanzieri, Colaccini, Mascherano, Riquelme and Luis Gonzalez with Tevez played that day, Messi and Milito on the bench. Of the newcomers, Zabaleta of Espanyol, one of 6 Spanish-based players, it's his 3rd cap. Clemente Rodriguez of Spartak Moscow, a 9th cap. Bilos has just signed for St Etienne. Riquelme is their new captain. Ayala, Crespo, Maxi Rodriguez, Sorin aren't in the squad. Ainsa's injured. He's just told me a while ago he won't be fit for another fortnight. There's Steve Bennett with today's assistant referees, Dave Babsky and Howard Webb. And before that minute silence mark, Brazil-Argentina, it's always a great occasion.
Oh, absolutely. And fantastic that's here in the capital as well. It's such a fantastic stadium. And I think Stubbs was saying before, there is no friendlies between these two countries. Bags of talent on display, and should be played in a passionate way as well.
Their first official meeting was just after the start of the First World War. Of the last 10 meetings, Brazil have won 5 and Argentina 4. Brazil beat Argentina 4-1 in the Confederations Cup final last summer. And there's the one big name we hope to see, but won't today. He suffered a dead leg playing in the Spanish Super Cup final, then a back injury. He had physiotherapy yesterday in a London hotel where the team was staying. As I say, it's hoped he will be fit to play Wales on Tuesday at White Hart Lane. There are tickets still available for that match, by the way. And we still have many an empty seat here. Now we're going to have this minute's silence. The company involved in the organisation of this game, Renova, Russia's largest management company, which has been awarded the rights to organise all Argentina's friendlies until 2011, asked for this. 2 years ago today, the terrible tragedy in the Chechnya school. So many children were lost. And the players will stand, as will the fans in the Emirates Stadium, in a moment's respect. 333 people lost their lives in the terrorist attack.
We would like to remember with 1 minute of silence all of the people.
So we'll join in a minute's silence to mark the anniversary of the great tragedy in Russian Beslan. Well respected. Before we start, Mark, Brazil with no Kaká in the starting lineup. He wasn't in the starting lineup in Norway last month either.
Interesting. And I think Dunga was asked the question, what did he say about it? He said he doesn't know, he didn't ask him. But interesting, Jonathan, both starting 11s for Brazil and Argentina all play their football in Europe. And obviously with the long distance travel arrangements, I think both coaches and their clubs are happy for them to be playing this game here in London.
I think most people would welcome the chance of seeing Dunga's Brazil around Europe, as long as their team doesn't turn into a team of travelling Harlem Globetrotters. If you remember your all-star basketball, you'll know what I'm talking about. So it's Argentina, of course, in the blue and white stripes, kicking from right to left in this first half. A touch back from Riquelme, looking for Messi. And collected here then for Brazil by Robinho, and back by Juan. Juan and Lucio were the centre-back partners throughout the World Cup, cleared by Gomez. There's Tevez, such a bullish striker. Zabaleta will take the throw. Riquelme. Mascherano of West Ham. Robinho is there with him, and he tries to free Daniel Carvalho. Back again by Zabaleta, who's gone down the line and looking for a possible return. This is Messi picking up the ball in a deep position with a typical run. So talented, and it's a free kick here to Argentina, and it's certainly not a friendly. I gather the two teams met Steve Bennett this morning and said they wanted it to be considered a friendly. Would he referee with that in mind? But there's already a hefty challenge.
A few arms and pushing in there. I think it's Edmilson. It's like a two-footed challenge, wasn't it? A bit of a jump.
Colaccini is in the middle. Milito is forward there as well, up from centre-back. Tevez on the edge of the penalty area. And it's almost a free effort at the far post, but the flag was raised anyway. But Luis Gonzalez arrived in the 6-yard area. And Brazil, don't forget, were undone by a French ball from that sort of range in the World Cup. From the other side it was, and Henry crept in that day and scored with a volley round about the back post area.
Very similar, but as you could clearly see as the ball was struck from the free kick, there was 3 Argentinian players offside. Quite rightly said, Gonzalez with a really good opportunity as well, side-footing wide.
Brazil still have the likes of Lucio. This is Robinho, and an early chance for Elano! And Brazil have taken just 2.5 minutes to score. And it's one of the new boys who gets the goal. The 25-year-old from Shakhtar Donetsk. His first goal for his country. And Brazil lead Argentina at Arsenal 1-0.
You can just see what it means to the fans behind the goal and the players as well. But you have to say Robinho, absolutely delightful skill on the edge of the box. And they know the nation will be watching back home. It doesn't show the skill, but the ball's absolutely perfect. I don't think he gets a touch from under his feet quite right, but I think you'll see there's a slight deflection as the Argentina defender slides in here, and I think just takes it away from the goalkeeper. But it's a good strike, and Brazil ahead 1-0.
He might not have played if Ronaldinho had been fit.
Well, this is it. I think that's his 4th appearance, isn't it?
A great start for Brazil. This is Colaccini. Mascherano. Milano scoring the goal. Now Bilos, who has just moved to French football with Saint-Étienne. Once again Argentina playing in through Mascherano and wide to Zabaleta of Espanyol. Riquelme. Zabaleta. And he got the cross away. Bilos. Tevez is on the penalty spot. Messi on the edge of the penalty area. It's gone through to the far post again, and this time the flag stayed down. It was an opportunity, and once more Brazil, who've conceded a corner kick here, were left open in the air at the back, and Luis Gonzalez was the man around the back post again.
Yeah, as you said, pulled off the back post. He definitely appealed for a corner, but this is just another ball that a cross that they don't deal with. You see, he pulls off everybody, and he goes in. I'm not sure it was. Oh, Gilberto got the clearance.
Riquelme with the corner kick, headed away by Fredge. You'll recognise his orange boot, the Lyon striker. He scored 16 goals last season. Brazil lead. That's Clemente Rodriguez joining in from the back. He plays his football with Spartak Moscow, the left side defender. Luis Gonzalez and Colaccini, who played just a couple of games in the World Cup finals. Tevez, great goal scoring record for Corinthians, 46 in 78 games. South American Footballer of the Year 3 times. He's a bit of a singer as well. He sings in a salsa band called Pio Lavaggio. Perhaps you'll see them on the London stage soon.
The good thing about Tevez and Mascherano, Jonathan, is they're coming in their prime. Not towards the end of their career. They're here to play for West Ham in their prime. Well, many will say before they get there, 22 years old.
And if they're as successful as the previous big-name pair of Argentinians that arrived in London football, then they'll have done very well. And Ardiles, there's Dunga, the Brazilian coach, who, though he wasn't a flamboyant player in the great Brazilian tradition, picked up 96 caps and captained them so well and so authoritatively in the USA '94. Clemente Rodriguez to Milito, who was in the squad in the summer. Luis Gonzalez is giving it away. Elano nearly got through.
Well, yet to settle really, Argentina, Jonathan. Haven't really strung any passes together. like in the World Cup, where they got a rhythm going very early, kept possession, lots of movement.
Both sides were 3-1 winners at home in their qualifying local derbies, as it were, for the last World Cup. The last of their 4 World Cup meetings came in Turin, 1990. Argentina won 1-0. Dunga played in that game. And a misplaced pass, misjudging the width of the field from a man who should know better, Gilberto Silva. Alfio Basile, the head coach of Argentina, Coco Basile, they call him. One. Gilberto, to be confused with Gilberto Silva of Arsenal, who's in midfield. Robinho, Daniel Carvalho, and that's Vilos, the tall long-haired player. And a free kick won by Messi. Kicks up through the gears. Leaves Gilberto behind and finds Tevez, Riquelme, Pablo Zabaleta, and well guided back with strength by Cicinho, who I think it's fair to say will have taken over permanently from Cafu now. Riquelme, such a strong player physically. Zabaleta. Mascherano wants it. And this is Mauricio Colaccini of Deportivo La Coruña. Milito to Mascherano, another one of these mesmeric, long Argentinian passing movements beginning to build. Colaccini, very familiar shaggy hair. Played against England last November as a substitute. Another Argentinian game played in Europe, of course. It reaps around about £3 million profits for the FA. And this match will gain around about £2 million in gate receipt profit. That's a mistake, and it's come here to Fred. Robinho is there with him. Fred's carrying beyond Mascherano. Colaccini is there, and in the past he has given away needless free kicks, but he timed that one well. And it's a free kick, a corner kick to Brazil.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault, Colaccini. I think it was Mascherano's who's left the ball between each other. And Fred dived in. He didn't really have much support, did he? He did ever so well to run it all the way and earn himself a corner.
Daniel Carvalho will take it. And they're all in a group on the edge of the penalty area. In training yesterday, they curled these out to Fred to attack. He's been marked by Milito. He won't reach Fred, headed away by Mascherano, Riquelme, and Vilos. The same physique as Ricky Villa. Looks for Carlos Tevez. And that's a free kick given away by Elano.
Big rangy run by Vilas, just coming inside there. I think he just gets caught by Elano, the goal scorer. And I'm not sure if the grass is a little bit long because it seems to be slowing the ball down a little bit.
He reached the quarter-final of the Copa Libertadores with Banfield before moving on to Boca Juniors, Vilas. This is Clemente Rodriguez and Messi. Riquelme, Tevez. Clemente Rodriguez, it hit the arm of Lucio, it would seem. The referee, Steve Bennett, had a clear view. Freds to Daniel Carvalho. And he's looking for Robinho. Milito drawn across. And clears it in the end, only as far as Edmilson. Robinho. Edmilson. Elano, the goal scorer. Gilberto, the left back, wants it. Daniel Carvalho, good football by Brazil. And the covering challenge was by Colaccini. Straight back to Gilberto. Freds, Elano again in space. And it's deflected. And Abondancieri saw the deflection and dealt with it adequately.
I think it hit Mascherano.
Challenge was by Bilos. Milano in space, he's already scored one. And the shot was deflected and saved as he looked for a second. Questions have been raised about the height of his front two, Messi and Tevez. He says he likes little strikers. What would he settle for in his opening match in charge? A 4-0 victory against Brazil. He's not going to get that. Cicinho and Daniel Carvalho will take this, or one of them will take it. Carvalho will swing it in. Cicinho would swing it away.
Yeah, I think Steve Bennett's just trying to tell the players to calm down.
Again, watch for Fred's trying to get across his man here and glance in. Milito is the man on his shoulder, but it didn't beat the wall. Cicinho, such a powerful raider as a right back. Get away by Tevez, Riquelme. Good football. Messi. Lucio is there. So strong, the Bayern Munich defender. Milito, Riquelme, looking for Tevez. Oh. He's run into Juan, really. Well, I was looking for a free kick.
I wouldn't say so much ran into, I think he was blocked off the ball. I think it's Juan who came across, used his arm and his body.
A lot of people thought that Juan was the weak link in their World Cup team.
I thought the two centre-backs had a good World Cup. You know, and for all they don't deal with crossing very well, those two, well, they hardly get exposed because of how good the midfield was.
Very experienced one. This is 47 international. He was a little bit unlucky not to be picked for World Cup 2002. Having played in most of the qualifiers. Clemente Rodriguez. Riquelme. Mascherano. Luis Gonzalez. Porto. Zabaleta. Left-footed cross in towards Bilos. Riquelme.
Mascherano just pushing it out. When you look at Argentina on the attack, Jonathan, you know, look at the two front guys and how small they are, you know, Tevez and Messi. Both small players, you know, there's only Bilos who with any real height, and he's coming down the left-hand side, and I think they may be trying to hit him on the diagonal when they do get crosses in.
Well, most of those empty seats we talked about, Mark, have been filled.
So, yeah, because I think there's a problem with the getting here to Highbury. There's nowhere to put Highbury, the Emirates.
There's a big charity cycle-thon in London today. All the streets are
called the
closed
Tour
off.
of Britain.
This is Messi into Tevez. It's given away by Alano. Luis Gonzalez. Riquelme again. Luis Gonzalez trying to get inside Gilberto, who read it. Cicinho forward. Robinho. Daniel Carvalho. Robinho, the crowd electrified whenever he picks it up. Elano. Knew Cicinho was making the run, so too did Clemente Rodriguez. Lucio looked a little bit ponderous compared to Messi, but he got there first. Gilberto. Hertha Berlin. Experience of a couple of Confederations Cups behind him, Gilberto, but he's been understudy to Roberto Carlos for a long while. Elano. Interesting, Mark, that Dunga's prepared to go and watch the Brazilian players in clubs playing in Russia and Ukraine, where previous Brazilian managers haven't been prepared to do so.
Well, it's sort of what's under your nose and what you know, isn't it? And usually the Brazilians go to the big clubs, you know, in Europe. You usually see a lot of them on the TV, but as I said, someone like Wagner Love I've seen playing before he's involved.
He's on the bench today. This is Tevez. And gathered by The Brazilian goalkeeper Gomez on the shoulder of the last defender, such a danger, Tevez. Mascherano. It's a wonderful story at West Ham for their supporters, the arrival of Tevez and Mascherano. What a difference between that club now and 3 years ago. All credit to the people behind the scenes there.
And there was a big hoo-ha of who actually owns the players, what's the long-term intention, but for West Ham fans, and I know a couple of season ticket holders, you know, I just think they can't believe it. Many of them feel there's a sort of Abramovich situation maybe around the corner. They start to really buy big names and challenge for the championship and European silverware.
Cicinho of the throw. Away by Milito. Brazil looks strong down there, left-hand side. This is Gilberto. Daniel Carvalho. Gilberto has Fredge in the middle, but the cross was deflected away off Zabaleta for another corner.
Good feature really, the play. You can see Roberto Carlos used to play in that position, left back, and they get forward so well. And Gilberto doing the same thing, just adding a little bit more width and pace really. Down at left-hand side.
Carvalho, who scored in his debut in Norway last month. Away by Mascherano. And a penalty box dodgems going on in there. Steve Bennett had a close look at it. Clemente Rodriguez is under that, but he hasn't got it away. Out by Zabaleta. This is Luis Gonzalez. He suffered an injury during the World Cup finals and came back and played. Messi was blocked off. He's found Tevez. Luis Gonzalez is in the middle, run by Tevez to take on Lucio, who timed the tackle well.
Good tackle, Jonathan, very good tackle. That's Tevez, and quick counter-attacking football for Argentina. The two front men linking up, Messi just slipping the ball to Tevez. He's just trying to show a turn of pace in the box, and that's what you have to do. Strikers like him, turn and run at defenders and commit them.
Kelme with the corner. Tevez is there. Colaccini behind him, Milito has gone forward. Bilos in there too. There's been a little ball, I think, been thrown on. Kelme with that corner, looking for Colaccini, away by Lucio. Cicinho. Didn't play for Real Madrid in their opening league game of the campaign last week against Villarreal. Here's Elano. Carvalho to Gilberto. And Gilberto Silva, who scored Arsenal's first competitive goal on this ground against Aston Villa on the opening day, you'll remember. Looks for Gilberto. Daniel Carvalho. And it begged a touch from Fredge, who was arriving on the edge of the 6-yard area, zipped on through.
What a pass. In between the defenders and the goalkeeper, attempt to. You just see Fred at the top of the screen. It's just a little bit too far for him. Maybe a little bit too much pace on the ball, but that's the kind of ball that strikers love.
Foul conceded by Elano. And Clemente Rodriguez, 25-year-old. One of the Olympic gold medalist team of 2004. Ian Dowie was talking about that earlier on. Colaccini, who was in that side as well. On the World Under-20 Championship back in 2001. Argentina do have a very good record of bringing players through their junior teams. Milito looking to Tevez. Argentina will still grumble, thinking he should have had something when he burst through a few minutes ago and was blocked off. Daniel Carvalho to Fred. Gilberto. Pombinho from Fred. And a good challenge on him by Bilos, who started the game well. Leo Messi. Mascherano, Gonzalez, Riquelme, Zabaleta arriving in the right fullback position, but Riquelme stumbled and then fouled Gilberto Silva.
I said it earlier, Jonathan, I do think the grass is a little bit long. You can see that when players keep getting the ball stuck under their feet, or they tread on it, the ball doesn't move out their feet. And quite a few people have been doing it, so to me that's losing an indication.
Milano, he finds Cicinho. Oh, lovely ball to him by Robinho. Cicinho, it's a fine challenge once again by Bilos. He finds Clemente Rodriguez. Lucio saw it coming. Robinho, Cicinho. That's the Real Madrid fullback. Played a couple of games in the World Cup, and he's looking there for Lucio. Lucio thought he was fouled. Steve Bennett had a quiet word with him.
It's just that little slide with the show of the studs, isn't it? That we allow in the Premiership, but international football, it's not allowed.
Good experience this for Steve Bennett, though, and his Premiership assistants.
The tight skill. You see there, the forearm coming in. Melito, wasn't it?
Cicinho. Edsmielsen, who missed out on another World Cup finals this summer, and played in World Cup 2002, suffered a knee injury in the spring, offside against Ilano. There's the goal scorer.
You know, when you get your first goal as well for your country, just think you'll always remember that against Argentina, arch rivals.
This is Ilano's goal mark.
This is the skill I'm talking about. This just opens everything up, and the pass, the weight on it's fantastic. And see Bilos, he's trying his best to get back. He gets caught out of position slightly.
Header away by Juan. Lucio. Clemente Rodriguez handled it. Brazil have held the upper hand in recent competitive fixtures. They won the Copa America 2 summers ago on penalties for a 2-2 draw. Games always seem to be exciting between these two flamboyant countries. Gilberto, Daniel Carvalho, holding that width on the left-hand side. It's unusual to see Brazil playing with genuine wide players in midfield. And it's come through here to Robinho. Away by Clemente Rodriguez. Tevez battling. We expect to see that in the Premiership this season, but he hasn't won it. Gilberto Silva does. And he finds Ilano. Robinho. Cicinho's cross. Ilano in there again. It's off Colaccini. It's a corner kick. They're not picking up Ilano when he makes the runs.
Yeah, it's just good movement, isn't it? Absolute great movement here. You can just see people running off players. So is it Melito gets in the way here? Overlapping fullbacks, moving the ball well.
Just off Colaccini in the end. It's a corner kick, and Ilano will take it. There he looks for Freds, who was pushing down on Melito. Certainly talking to the Brazilians beforehand, we thought they might play that sort of narrower tradition in midfield.
I'm looking when they're without the ball, and they do start off narrow, and the width's coming from the fullbacks.
Edsmielsen. Gilberto. Daniel Carvalho, as Zabaleta swept in. Riquelme. Pilos. Arno covered back. Gilberto Silva. Messi. Good challenge by Gilberto. Daniel Carvalho. Robinho, who seems to be relishing this role in the side without Ronaldinho, without Ronaldo, without Kaká. It's his turn to show the skills.
Well, absolutely. David Beckham said he was the most skillful player at Real Madrid, and that's some accolade, isn't it? This is the footwork we're talking about. You can just see good defending by Colaccini. Keeps his eye on the ball, doesn't dive in. It was his skill that was instrumental in the opening goal.
Cicinho, blocked by Bilos. Mascherano. Riquelme as ever next to him. Remember when Robinho first emerged at Santos, he was likened to Garrincha. And older viewers remember Garrincha from the 50s, early 60s Brazilian side.
The little bird, isn't it?
Yes, wonderful player. Mascherano. Luis Gonzalez. Clemente Rodriguez. Bilos. Clemente Rodriguez. That's a free header at the far post, and it was Tevez who nearly scored his first goal in England as a Premiership player for his country.
Well, good play. I think Ilana gets caught out here, doesn't go with his runner. Fantastic cross, and Tevez pulls off his marker. Good jump, leaps early, just gets above Gilberto. I don't think it was going to trouble the goalkeeper. It was an easy save for him.
Hasn't got a great scoring record. There's his new coach, Basile. His team won the Copa America when he was in charge before, in the early 90s. Oh, great touch. Gilberto. The step over. Oh, back to Robinho. That's beautiful. Didn't come off in the end. Surging run by Gilberto. And Robinho involved, Daniel Carvalho involved. Lucia. Gilberto again. He's no spring chicken, you know. He's had to wait for such a long time because of Roberto Carlos. He's 30. It's another lovely 1-2 play. Oh, look at this. Robinho. Well, Ronaldinho maybe on the sidelines. Are we looking at the next king of Brazilian football?
Sublime, isn't it? Just great footwork. This is just pace. Dropping it, look at that, foot over. And that's the instinct to score a goal. What he didn't show a few moments ago, when I thought he should have shot instead of trying to square.
He starred last summer in the Confederations Cup when they won. Corner by Carvalho, looking for Fredge, touched by Lucio and poked up by Edmilson. He's only got a couple of goals in his 38 caps. Actually played in defence, I seem to remember, in World Cup 2002. They played a three-man defence, didn't they, for periods? Tevez. Messi. It was a good turn, but Juan was there. Cicinho. Milito, half an hour play. Brazil leading by a goal to nil. Riquelme.
Apart from an early opportunity, Argentina really haven't got behind Brazil. We haven't seen enough of Riquelme for all his wonderful passing. Not on the ball enough for me. And the two front men are really lacking good supply.
And by Luis Gonzalez. And easy for Gomez of PSV Eindhoven. He's taken over from Dida. Cicinho. It's out of play. Dunga has talked about the need for individual players to play within a team pattern. He said it obviously didn't happen in World Cup 2006. He's wired up there to someone in the stand. It could well be his assistant Jorginho, who played with him in the World Cup winning side in '94.
Yeah, quite a lot of coaches do that now. They have somebody in the stand just because they can see the overall picture. They can see the team pattern, where the problems might be coming for and against. I think that's the Two-footed lunge.
Edmilson it was. He's won 6 titles in a row, domestic level, Edmilson, for Barcelona and Lyon.
Some going, isn't it?
He's free to play anywhere in Europe. He has a European passport. He holds an Italian passport. Riquelme is over this. 14 minutes left in the first half. Right-footed, bending, but well wide.
Well, that's just in between, isn't it? It doesn't look like it's a shot, it just doesn't look like it's a cross. I'm sure he's expecting everybody to go in and try and attack that. Too much pace on it.
I was watching the video of their game in the World Cup finals again against Germany this morning, Mark. I still cannot understand why he was substituted.
I don't think he can. It's decisions like that that cost coaches their jobs, there's no question about that.
And did. Away by Milito.
I don't know why Steve Bennett didn't play on there.
He lost to Mascherano. Clemente Rodriguez. And Elano has gone down there.
I think as Rodriguez played the ball forward, he caught him with his studs as he passed it forwards. I don't think there was any intention to hurt Elano. Passes it forward, it's just a follow through. I think he just trod on it. Oh, he trod on him on the way down accidentally.
Vilos. Clemente Rodriguez. Away by Cicinho. Fred's turning beyond Milito. And with time to bring it down, Milito got the block in eventually. This is Riquelme. Gonzalez. Zabaleta. Riquelme again drifting off Edmilson to find space and looks for Gonzalez. It's off Gilberto Silva.
Yeah. Good recovering from Gilberto Silva, just helping out Gilberto, the left-back situation.
Immensely likeable man, Gilberto Silva. Very popular at Arsenal.
One of the unsung heroes.
Messi with the corner kick, straight down the throat to Chao Gomez. Been around a while. He was the unused third goalkeeper at the 2003 Confederations Cup. He made his debut in the Gold Cup that year. It's only his 5th game since.
He didn't go to the World Cup, did he?
Cicinho had a hand in all 4 goals against Argentina in the Confederations Cup last year. They can't handle Robinho at the moment.
He can't. He is involved a lot in the game. He's coming short, whereas Fred, who's playing the lone striker up front, he can't seem to get in the game.
Vilos, who has been impressive on the Argentinian left. Mascherano looking for Tevez. And there's contact between Tevez and Lucio after the ball had gone.
Yeah, I think he likes the physical element, Tevez. And then, see there, Lucio was not impressed.
Clemente Rodriguez. Vilos back to him. Surging forward from left back. Messi is there. In towards Clemente Rodriguez, who'd stayed forward. Breaks out now to Daniel Carvalho. Fred has moved to the left to open up a gap. And Daniel Carvalho through that gap. Blocked in the end by Colaccini. He came a long way, didn't he? And that's the nastiest challenge there. Gilberto Silva.
Yeah, I think he's got a yellow for that.
Riquelme's picked himself up. Was it look worse? Did it look worse than it was?
It does, but you can see his foot goes over the top of the ball. You know, if you go in with your foot, the side of your foot to block the ball, he just slightly goes over the top, and it may be thinking that he might get tackled.
Argentina looked for Tevez, and the goalkeeper came sprawling out, and Lucio seemed to lose the bearings there of the new West Ham striker.
he did the right thing, because if you're in any doubt whatsoever that the goalkeeper might not get there, and you can put it out of play, just put it out of play.
Short corner into Tevez. This is Messi. Gilberto is there with him. In on Messi. And the shot was headed away by Gilberto Silva.
Yeah, just mixing it up a little bit, Argentina, taking a short corner, quick thinking from Tevez. And Messi's got just absolutely fabulous controls, keeps it so close and tempts the defenders to have a poke at it.
Riquelme back to Milito. Here's Juan Roman Riquelme again. Zabaleta. Loves to get forward at right back, can play right side midfield as well. Gonzalez. Colaccini. Now Luis Gonzalez looks for the abrasive Tevez. He goes down, he wins a free kick. He loves a tussle. His nickname is the Apache. Comes from a hard area of Buenos Aires. He twice had fights with teammates last year.
I heard. He said that if people think he can't handle the rough and toughness of the Premiership, then they should see football in Argentina and Brazil. So you get kicked all over the place.
And Riquelme with this free kick. Colaccini is in the penalty area with Milito. Luis Gonzalez. Bilos is in there as well. Same to the far post. And just flicked away in the end by Gomez. But they're looking for that free kick beyond the far post again.
You see everybody pulls off the far post. I think Tevez pulls off. He just gets a hand to it. Not really a centre-back in sight.
Messi with the corner kick. Colaccini was in there. It's a good header away. Clemente Rodriguez first to it. But this is the striding figure of Lucio. Robinho. Cicinho from right back is joining in here. Cicinho! It was a Carlos Alberto type run.
You have to say Rodriguez gets caught in possession right in the middle of the park there. And now it's all hands to the pump to get back. And just coming into the picture now, here he comes. Milano, he waits for it a little bit and rushes the shot where he really should do a little bit better.
Cicinho then went box to box in a matter of seconds.
He did. You know, Rodriguez, the left back, got caught in possession in the middle of the park.
Edgemilson, one back by Mascherano. Carlos Alberto, by the way, was the great Brazilian player who got forward to score that truly wonderful goal in World Cup 1970, if you
just bobbled nicely for him. You know, one minute Brazil are defending the corner against Jonathan, and the next minute they're having a shot. You know, he's all over about, like, what, 3 passes?
Messi switches play. Daniel Bilos. Inside Elano. Tevez. Zabaleta. Touch was too heavy.
Yes. I'm surprised with Tevez there, Jonathan. We saw a goal in the build-up to this game. Very similar, comes inside and has a shot.
This is the challenge from Lucio on Tevez earlier.
Well, this is just, there you can see the left arm, Lucio, and there's a little kick from Tevez. And I think this all comes from maybe a little bit earlier in the game, where there he was blocked off. He was a little bit unhappy at not getting anything.
I think it's fair to say he won't go this Premiership season without some trouble.
He's competitive, and that's exactly what you want your forwards, you know, Aski and Dowie. That's what you want from your forwards. You've got to compete, you've got to be tough.
Here he is again. Messi. Away by Juan. Oh, lovely interchange, fed to Robinho. Return pass was too long. But if you compare the Brazilian front two with the ponderous strike force they put out in World Cup 2006 in the summer.
Yeah, we all said ponderous, but he ended up breaking the goal-scoring record. Ronaldinho, he's lethal in the box when he gets that ball to his feet, but I know what you're saying, there's a little bit more movement here. But Fred isn't that quick.
Certainly, I think Adriana disappointed in the summer and is not part of this squad. I asked some Brazilians yesterday, would he be back, and they raised eyebrows and seemed to pour scorn on that.
Every Brazilian's a manager.
Elano. Cicinho. Elano is there again. And Daniel Carvalho. He was part of the A side in training yesterday. Oops. Went off and Kaká came on. This is Vilos. Didn't stick with Tevez. Juan.
I say Vilas for Argentina has probably been one of the better players this first half. I think his use of the ball's been good. I think he's been, apart from the goal, tactically, his positional sense has been good. He's made himself available, he's used it well, got forward, and been probably the most consistent player.
Could have played for Croatia. Has dual nationality. He could have gone to the World Cup with them this summer. It's only his second cap for Argentina. He's 26 years of age today.
Anything else?
Mother's maiden name. I'll work on it.
But this man's been a bit disappointing for me. I mean, he just hasn't really got the side going. You rely on your playmaker. He's the playmaker, Riquelme.
Away by Lucio. Remember when Lucio first came into the Brazilian team, there were eyebrows raised about that. Hasn't he done well for them?
You can't have a team full of flair. It's not always the best players that make the best team, and just the manager who mars the right team, knits them together to have just enough flair with the graft. I mean, Dunga was a grafter, held it all together, so he knows the team has to complement each other. I think he was talking about skillful players. There's always room for skillful players in the cohesion of the team, and that's why it'll be interesting when Ronaldinho, hopefully, if we see him against Wales next week.
Carvalho. Switching it away to Elana. The cross aimed at Fred's. Away by Milito. Colaccini's underneath it, and so too the goalkeeper. It's a corner kick to Brazil.
What a cross. Heleno, the goal scorer here, just gets it out to his feet. He just knows where the space is, just round the back of the defender. Great cross. And you're thinking if Fred can get there a little bit early across the defender, he just touches that in with his studs.
2 goals already this season for Leon Fred in 3 games. This is Daniel Carvalho with the corner. We're into the last 30 seconds of the first half, 45 minutes. Underneath that was Gilberto Silva, and arriving at the far post one, and it's come off Vilos.
Yeah, I think Vilos beats Juan to it. It's a corner. Referee Steve Bennett's right on the mark. As I say, the clock's ticking down. You can just see Vilos jumps early. I think it comes off the top of his head.
And Ronaldinho watches on. There are still tickets for White Hart Lane, Brazil against Wales on Tuesday. It's a game you can see on BBC 3. Here comes the corner kick. Headed wide. Lucio was in there, Gilberto Silva was in there.
Yeah, Gilberto Silva, I think it was, Jonathan.
One minute of added time. Here's Lucio. Oh, skipping Tevez. And he was blocked off it by Elano. Made a meal of it.
I think he'd lost control of the ball, and I think he was happy for the referee to help him out. I think showing a little bit too much aggression for the crowd's liking, but decent skill. I think he's lost that. He makes a meal of it. Now they've got a chance really to strike back when they've been dominated for the first half, Argentina.
Elano played against him for Santos against Corinthians. There's history between the clubs. Here comes a Riquelme free kick. Given away by Edge-Mielsen. By Elano, the goal scorer gets the last touch. It was his effort after 3 minutes that gave Brazil the lead. They've been the more dangerous side, with the goalkeeper making a couple of saves as well. And Robinho electrifying the Emirates crowd here, the home of Arsenal, which sees Brazil go in at half-time against Argentina in South America's Super Classico, leading by a goal to nil. That's right. Well, Argentina are making a couple of substitutions at the start of this second half. I can't see Mascherano out there, and Somoza is coming on, and also Walter Samuel is going to come on. Now, he's very experienced. Mascherano definitely replaced by Somoza, who's just moved to European football with Villarreal from Vélez Sarsfield. He can play right side midfield, and the other player who's gone off is Clemente Rodriguez, and that's allowed Samuel to come on, and I would imagine that Milito will go to left back. That's indeed what has happened. Samuel, a lot of people thought, should have gone to the World Cup finals in the summer, but didn't. And Argentina, trailing 1-0, will kick us off and underway, kicking from left to right in this second half. There are a number of players, of course, to come back into the Argentinian reckoning in future competitive games, like the next Copa America. Maxi Rodriguez, who's had his fitness problems at the start of this season, and Cesar Delgado, forward, Sergio Aguero, all of whom were due to be in this squad, but fell out of it due to injury problems. Here's Messi, chased by Gilberto. No changes from Brazil. Riquelme and Tevez. And the chance for Bilos to get the cross in, and Messi met it. Not the tallest on the field, but he got the header on goal. It flew over.
Good move from Argentina. Crisp passing, good control by Messi to start the whole thing off, and then he continues his run all the way along. This is good overlap here to Bilos, and Messi then arrives in the box. Really think should get that on target.
Interesting to hear the boys in the studio at half-time, Mark, talking about Argentina needing perhaps a burlier striker, a heavier striker up front in the World Cup. Of course, they always had Crespo to hit to.
Yeah, a presence. You know, there's room for everything, isn't there? You know, two small strikers, and remember, obviously Tevez has gone to West Ham, Cotti and McAvenny. You know, no real height there, but they did well with the service into the box that they received. But you just need sometimes a presence.
Gilberto making the run for Brazil. And it's brought away by one of the substitutes, Somoza. Riquelme tangling with Freds, who's gone down.
Well, it was a kick out from Riquelme. It was a bit silly, really. Steve Bennett needs to just deal with the situation.
Well, the Argentinian players are trying to point the attention of the referee towards the Brazilian players towards Riquelme. But remember what Tevez did in the first half as well.
Yeah.
And Steve Bennett let that one go. It's a booking.
Well, I think, you know, he's fortunate. It's a friendly, and I think he gets a bit frustrated that he's getting a little bit hacked at. Skillful players are used to that, getting kicked and pulled. And I think he never really has the ball under full control. Fred misses the ball. That's what frustrates him. And there's the kick out. Then there's the delayed reaction. Fred goes down.
In a competitive international World Cup game, he would have been sent off.
I was straight off.
Samuel looking for Messi.
Well, really, the first attack of the game, Jonathan, by Argentina was more than they really mustered all that first half. A meaningful work the ball from one side of the pitch to the other. Good movement, good forward running.
There's Kaká warming up for Brazil, and I anticipate that he will play a role shortly. You may well see Daniel Carvalho going off, and they're changing the system. Riquelme, Zabaleta, Gilberto Silva, Lucio clears. He was met by Somoza, and this is Zabaleta. Guaracini, Samuel. Are you surprised he didn't go to Germany in the summer? Samuel.
Well, the coach thought he had the best squad, didn't he? And you know that often players fall out with the coach and they make their choice. And if it's successful, good. If not, obviously the press are up in arms. It's popular, but surprised.
Samosa. Milito. Riquelme. Samosa. Robinho is there with him. Dunga has stamped his authority over this Brazilian side early, it would seem. Riquelme, away by Juan. Zabaleta. Luis Gonzalez. Riquelme left it. Samosa. Milito. This is better from Argentina. Tevez, this is a good movement. Tevez still battling away. Cleared by Edgemilson. Samuel. Riquelme. Samosa. Luis Gonzalez. Riquelme. He's a bit lethargic, the final touch. Carvalho.
Well, they've started a lot better this second half, Argentina. The good shape for the team. You know, moving the ball around better, keeping possession really in the opponent's half, and that's one thing they didn't do well in the first half.
Samosa, his 21st cap for the country. And his debut for Real Madrid last Sunday at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid. Riquelme. Bilos. Luis Gonzalez. I've certainly missed Maxi Rodriguez today. I think the opportunities he gave Argentina in the summer. This is Mati looking for Gonzalez. Lucio gets it away. Edgemilson. And Carvalho. Strong challenge on him by Zabaleta.
I think it's fair. You know, it's firm. There was a big cry, I think. Carvalho, we could hear it from here, but I think it was a firm and fair challenge. Slightly stood showing.
A good start to the season with CSKA Moscow. They're top of the Russian league. And this is Zabaleta. And that's a fine challenge by Juan. Messi got back to him. And skips away from Gilberto Silva. Juan clears. Samuel. Gilberto.
Been ruffled a little bit, Brazil. Argentina coming out and attacking them, moving them around a lot, making them defend. Maybe firming up a little bit.
Pressing them, aren't they? Just as Germany pressed them in the early stages of that great match in the World Cup finals in the summer. Colaccini, Riquelme. Colaccini. Cicinho's clearance is a bit ragged. Cicinho. He's looking for Robinho, and Milito was there very quickly. Gilberto Silva with the challenge. He's been booked. Riquelme will take the free kick. The Arsenal player has to watch it a little bit. Now Riquelme will swing this in. The instep of his right boot. Luis Gonzalez is at the far post, and that's straight at goalkeeper Gomez.
That's easy for him, isn't it? Straight in his hands. It's the first time we've seen him do that all game, isn't it? Just launch it with his hands.
Back from Argentina again. This is a good spell. The start of the second half. Messi. Now Bilos from the pass by Samosa. He'll have to go some to beat Cicinho in a straight race. And he's done it. Here by Lucio, only as far as Messi. Always looking to jink and run with the ball, isn't it?
Yeah, tight control, but in a situation like that, you know, Riquelme was square with him. Just link it and go again. You know, it's as if they've had the instruction from the coach, Brazil, at half-time to, you know, get a bit more firm, start to press, a bit more aggressive. They're allowing Brazil far too much space.
His last visit to London, he was involved in the sending off of Delano of Chelsea when he played for Barcelona. It was a stormy affair.
Got booed for that, didn't he? And it was, I think it was fair to say it was a foul.
Cicinho, Gilberto Silva, Edmilson is there with him.
It's visible, you can just see Argentina now pressing from the midfield, and everybody has to do this together, the whole team, and you know, back to the goalkeeper it goes, and I think they'll push up now and start again, Argentina.
Fred's beaten in the air by Zabaleta. This is Daniel Carvalho.
You can see the coach in the technical area just applauding the work rate and not allowing Brazil to settle.
If they bring on Kaká, presumably they will play more narrow Brazil and take one of the wide midfield players off, like Daniel Carvalho, who's stuck out here on this left-hand side throughout. Samuel. Milito.
A few of the Brazilian subs warming up. Wagner loves warming up as well.
The CSKA Moscow player. They actually come here to the Emirates Stadium in the Champions League later on this season. In fact, in just a few weeks' time, November the 1st. Pledge claiming he was pushed off it by Colaccini. Steve Bennett was well placed and has ref very well today. This is Messi, who went down very late.
I think he thinks Gilberto may have used his arm to bring him down.
Well, Gilberto has given it away with a sloppy pass. It's an Argentinian throw-in, but there's no doubt Messi went down way after the challenge was made. Here's his manager looking on. South American Coach of the Year in his previous spell in charge, his 62-year-old. Messi pulled out wide again to have a run at Gilberto. It's a fine pass. Here's Gonzalez, Zabaleta! And Cicinho did well to leave that.
Deserved a goal. I thought deserved a goal. And it's gone out for a throw-in. But what a move. Lovely from Messi. The old reverse pass. And this is the third man running. Doesn't seem in the frame at the moment. There he is, the full-back. And as you said, Cicinho, if he touches that, it's in the back of the net. Lovely little disguised back heel. And really from that angle there, I think it's a fantastic shooting angle there. Should score.
Whistled across that 6-yard area. This is a really good start to the second half by Argentina. Samuel, once described as the hardest man in world football by his teammate Zanetti. Luis Gonzalez. I think you'll see Kaká coming on in a minute for Brazil and Carvalho going off. That's what they did in training yesterday. Colaccini, Milito. Luis Gonzalez. Simosa's making the run off him. This is Bilos. Tevez is in the middle. Messi. But again, Brazil are always likely to win aerial duels.
Absolutely.
Riquelme.
That was late.
Daniel Carvalho. And this is Robinho. A little bit of trickery. He's fouled his man in the end, pulling Gonzalez to the ground.
Yeah. Acknowledging the foul.
Here's Kaká.
Fans' favourite here. Quite right as well. Carvalho coming off.
What they did yesterday, Mark, is Kaká went in behind the front two and they went to a narrow three behind him, Milano, Gilberto Silva and Edmilson. Listen to the roar.
Yeah, I think Robinho split with Fred, and unless they've gone two and Robinho's dropped in.
Remember when Chelsea were after Kaká not so long ago. according to stories, in a possible swap deal with Crespo.
Well, they need to get hold of the ball, don't they, Brazil? They haven't been able to get hold at the start of this second half.
Milito. Approaching the hour. Samuel. Milito. Samuel. Somoza. Riquelme. Tevez. Vilos. Messi was there, but Gilberto clears. Somoza away from Kaká. He's got a touch there, he's first. Samuel, Tevez. Vilos again. Riquelme. Tevez. Plenty of possession for Argentina at the start of the second half. With an hour played, drawn level.
Interesting now, they should be level as well with that chance they had. Zabaleta.
Luis Gonzalez looks for Zabaleta. The ball into Messi. And Lucio, the Brazilian captain, was there.
What an interception. Great awareness of what's going on around him, the captain then. Spotted the run, cut it out.
Somoza, Riquelme. Now Milito. Tevez dropping into space. Luis Gonzalez has made a run on the edge of the penalty area. He wasn't seen. And now Leo Messi. This is Gonzalez, back to goal. Touched by Gilberto. Poor clearance away. Zabaleta, and that struck a hand. It was Juan whose wayward clearance it was in the first place. As he slid in, it seemed to hit his hand to me.
Well, he's asking now the assistant referee. Zabaleta, the fullback, he's forward again, he's having the shot. You see it here. I don't think, does it hit him the inside of the thigh?
Hits him on one arm, bounces up and hits him on the other hand. And his hand was raised. I think that was a very good penalty shot for Argentina.
Poor clearance.
Messi with the corner kick. The goalkeeper unopposed chose to punch. Zabaleta left foot this time. Kaká blocked. Eventually Gilberto Silva clears. Somoza. Great roar of Brazil goes up from the fans. But it's Argentina on top here at the moment, although they are still behind. Tevez, Riquelme. Luis Gonzalez thinks about a shot. Maybe he shouldn't have.
It's very interesting now, isn't it? I mean, Leonardo saying he's very pleased with the first half performance, you know. Lots of skill, lots of movement. Robinho's skills on full display. This second half, backs to the walls. They haven't been able to get out of their own half.
Fred's challenged for it, didn't win it. He's just looked across to the bench there, Freds. I don't know if you noticed at the bottom of your picture. And Wagner Love was warming up a moment ago.
Yeah, he's still warming up.
And there's Julio Baptista as well, Arsenal's new player. Signed from Real Madrid in that part exchange loan deal with Reyes going the other way.
Great goal scoring record, doesn't it, from midfield?
Didn't look fully fit to me when I saw him train yesterday.
He didn't?
No.
He's a big lad.
Milito. Samuel. There's Gilberto Silva. Samuel. And it'll drop to Zabaleta. Goes Somoza, the challenge by Elana.
Yeah, it was just cynical, wasn't it? it was lazy, if anything, just didn't fancy the run back.
Both sides going to make substitutions any moment now. This is Messi. Into Riquelme, back to Messi. Beautiful stuff by Argentina. Tevez kept his feet and the shot was deflected away. Challenge went in on Tevez by Gilberto.
Did.
And he could have gone down.
Well, I thought he would. Lovely little diagonal run here, just off the shoulder defender. He skips that one, but then you see he's up against Cicinho. It's just so much better from Argentina. Lots of movement. The passing's been better. The shape of the team looks better as well.
This is Tevez looking for Messi again. Bit short. Ted's got it away. Robinho dumped by Zabaleta.
There was no way he was going to let Robinho turn there, was there? And I think what should be a foul really is going to get away with.
Now there is Maicon, the Brazilian fullback, who's going to come on for Cicinho.
He plays fullback, doesn't he?
Inter Milan player, came on against Norway last month. Big, powerful right back. So that's fullback for fullback. And this is Sergio Aguero who's going to come on. And he's come on for Tevez.
A few boos in the crowd, not happy with that. Both the West Ham players have been withdrawn from the team.
Aguero is this exciting young talent who's recently moved to Atletico Madrid. It's his debut. Youngest player ever to appear in the Argentine First Division at 15 years. There's Tevez, who he's replaced. Kaká looking for Gilberto.
Argentina, replacing number 11, Carlos Tevez. Number 18, Sergio Aguero.
Robinho. Freds. Parried by the goalkeeper, but not away. Elano. And that's a goal kick. Couldn't get the cross back in to the awaiting Freds and Kaká.
Good little touch and chest here, and Fred does ever so well. Just lets the ball drop and catches it so sweetly. If that's either side the goalkeeper, it's a real problem for him. You see, he strikes it sweetly, but it's straight at the goalkeeper.
This is Kaká. Kaká again. Elano! 2-0 to Brazil, and he's got them both. Another lovely sweeping passing movement. 66 minutes gone, Brazil 2, Argentina 0.
You talk about your substitutes having an impact, Jonathan. Kaká plays a lovely part here. You just see, starts the move off, plays it, gets it back from Fred, and then the weight of this pass is just beautiful. Lano, who scored earlier, hits it across the goalkeeper, as we always say to go there. There's the touch off, there's a little nip through, the weight on its right, he gets it out of his feet, strikes it right across the goalkeeper inside the corner. It's a great goal.
Terrific finish after a lovely little slip pass through to him.
And you have to say, really, that goal's come against the run of play, because I felt that Argentina really dominated the start of this second half and should have been on level terms.
He's got 6 goals in 5 games for club and country this season so far. And another substitution for Brazil now. Dudu Cierenze is going to come on from the CSK Moscow side, and he's replaced Edmilson. It's his 6th cap. Came on in Norway for Edmilson, has done so again. Alexandro Sousa, Dudu Cierenze. Free kick given away by Aguero. Gilberto Silva. Gilberto. Blocked by Zabaleta. Both sides still have 3 substitutions to make. Gilberto there. With him was Somoza. And Argentina come back from here. Freds and Samuel. This is Bilos.
That's a blow for Argentina, and you know their fans are inside the stadium because they really came out strong the start of the second half, and there was a chance by Fred a few moments ago, and then Milano just finishing it off.
And he now looks for Robinho through the middle, and he handled the ball, and he'll get a yellow card for it too.
Yeah. Direct attempt to con the referee, quite rightly.
He's applauding the quality of the pass through to him. I was saying earlier, Mark, that Argentina's striking options limited with Maxi Rodriguez out of the squad, and we were led to believe that Aguero wasn't fully fit and he's come on as a substitute. But they still have Saviola, who can come on. And this man is still on, Messi. Chance across by Dudu Sierrense. Well, that was all very theatrical and unnecessary. Robinho. Argentina and Brazilian tempers frayed. Playing on. This won't count. It won't count. The referee is almost back on the halfway line because Brazil have a player down, and the assistant referees had to go on the pitch, Dave Babsky, to stop things.
They took the free kick, didn't they, quickly while the referee wasn't looking. That looks like a bit of cramp to me, as opposed to well, Steve Bennett wants the stretcher on quickly.
This is a free kick that was quickly taken.
Yeah,
Not a bad save.
Yeah, good shot and good save, but little do they know the referee's 20 yards away.
For Argentina, number 9, Daniel Bilos.
Substitution now for Argentina. The man coming on is Insua, Federico Insua.
Federico Insua.
And Bilos is going off. And Brazil are going to make a substitution as well. And Julio Batista will make his Emirates Stadium debut any moment now. That's the problem for Juan. He'll be back on in a second, I'm sure. And Batista will come on and replace Ilano, and it's been some game for him.
And a good day's work for Ilano. And Leonardo saying that great promise, and he's produced today, there's no doubt about that.
Dunga was saying yesterday, these players have come through the junior international ranks at Brazil, but have continued their progress even though they've had to leave Brazilian football and go to Russia, Ukraine, and he pointed out that about Ilana, who's with Shakhtar Donetsk. Great roar goes up from the Arsenal fans to welcome Julio Batista. Riquelme's free kick away by Lucio. And Stewart chases off after it for Argentina. Borussia Mönchengladbach, he's just gone there for a club record £2.6 million from Boca Juniors.
It's a talent drain, isn't it, from South America consistently to Europe.
They have to sell to stay alive.
They do.
The clubs. Messi into it. Maicon is there, and it's a goal kick. Interesting to see what you think of Batista, the big thick-set Arsenal new signing. They call him the Beast.
La Bestia. That was from Seville, wasn't it?
Yeah, hasn't played this season for Real Madrid. Robinho, Dudu Sierrense. The challenge was by Somoza, but again, I don't think we needed the backflip with triple pike.
Two 2-0 down, a little bit physical, and it was just a push more than anything.
Kaká, Dudu Sierrense. Gomez has hardly been tested, has he, really, apart from the Tevez effort. Riquelme, Aguera, Messi, Pablo Zabaleta.
Well, he's had two best shooting opportunities, really, hasn't he? The one which he snatched across the goal, the one where he felt he should have had a penalty. Zabaleta's got forward really well the second half, joined in. You can just see, just always lifting. Not really a test for the goalkeeper, but at least he's getting forward and having a shot.
We've got a quarter of an hour to go. And the 2 goals by Alano have given Brazil this comfortable lead. Polacini's header. Benito got there first. Maicon. 1. And Gilberto. Messi comes across, given away. Luis Gonzalez. After they play Wales on Tuesday at White Hart Lane, Brazil's next match is in November against Kuwait, in the build-up to next year's Copa America. And they're also bringing in young players, both these countries, with the Olympics in mind. Robinho, Julio Batista powering away on the right-hand side. Well, he looks fairly fit to me now. And this is Maicon. Batista. And still going, and brought down. Elito, the offender. Nothing wrong with his fitness.
Oh no. Happy feet there on the edge of the box, tempting the defender to stick his foot out, and he did. Faking the cross. There you go, little turn of pace. Evades that one, but this is the one. Same again. And there's the trip. Not bad for first touch.
There he is, the Arsenal new boy. Take that free kick. 6 yellow shirts in the middle, and Steve Bennett spotted a little bit of a hodgems going on.
You know, it's ugly. You know, they're on holds and grab shirts, hold linked arms. Doesn't allow players to have a free run at the ball.
He wants a word with Milito, I think. Lucio, he certainly had a word with.
No.
Julio Batista he was talking to in there. Glanced away by Gonzalez.
Batista's just looked at Steve Bennett and just held his hands out to say, well, you told him about holding and they're still holding.
Gilberto will take this throw in. Dudu Fiorenze has called for it. And Argentina have let him go. Gilberto Silva, Batista, Lucio.
Good play.
Maicon. Kaká. Batista. Wasn't a good pass in behind Maicon. Somewhere. Brazil are lining up a 5th substitute. Avon Danzieri gets it away. And I wonder what would have happened had he not gone off injured in that game against Germany. Leo Franco came on and conceded the goal. This is a chance for Aguero. Dragged the shot across the goal. Sergio Aguero.
Quick free kick taken. Aguero in. Nice little touch, gets it out of his feet. He has a look at the goalkeeper. And that's never going to threaten the goal. Nowhere near, was it?
£15 million signing for Atletico Madrid from Independiente. Gilberto Silva. And Brazil want to send on Wagner Love. Gilberto Silva seems to have a nagging problem there, which will concern Arsenal. Saw the assistant manager Pat Rice earlier on before the game. Dudu Fiorenze. This is Kaká. Robinho. Very quick to turn. Kaká. And fouled by Somoza.
Lovely skills. Well, Somoza Came on in place of Mascherano, the holding player. He's been running around and fouling. Trying to get involved.
Kaká will take the free kick. Still only 24. Probably with another 2 World Cups ahead of him. Now Freds is going off and Wagner Love is the man to come on. Another one of those CSK Moscow players. Funded by the Sidnef sponsorship deal, which raised question marks. Roman Abramovich has always denied that he has any role to play in those sort of deals. Kaká with the free kick.
Poor, very poor.
Do you think, though, Mark, we are going to see more deals? Whoever paid for the money to get Wagner Love to CSK Moscow from Palmeiras, we are going to see more independently financed deals like that, the sort of deals that we're seeing at West Ham now.
Well, I think, from South America, a lot of agents, own the players, really, own the rights to the players. And clubs have the registration, but when the transfer fee comes involved, then the club get a little bit and the agents get a lot. That's where the money's going out of the game as well.
No suggestion at all that rules are being broken. I think FIFA will be taking a closer look at the transparency of club ownership. This is Batista. Maicon. And it's a Brazilian ball. 10 minutes to go. Game has lost its shape because of the number of substitutions.
Yeah, that usually happens, in the second half. Players come on, it's very hard to hold the shape.
Kaká through to Batista. Simoso was back there, Colaccini charged down. Robinho! That would have been lovely.
It was charged down by Wagner Love and Rubino just pulling the trigger. It was worth it. It's always going up, but gets a clear sight at goal and has a go.
Not much to him, is there? 5'6", 9 stone 6. Pele saw him as a 15-year-old and said he had to move into club lodgings at Santos to get 3 square meals a day to build him up, and he is electrifying.
We saw the very best of him in the first half, didn't we? With the turn of pace, with the skill, and producing an end product with it.
Simoso Riquelme. Insua. Guerra. On by Messi. Riquelme's touched. This is Riquelme. Well, this is Kaká. Maicon has come very, very strongly through that challenge. Wagner up. Samuel is there with him, he's gone down, certainly there's contact with his arm. Samuel seemed to push it away with his arm, but was he being pushed by Wagner up?
Tell you what, that looked like a handball to me. I think he does ever so well. Wagner Love backs in his man, backs in. Now he turns to face him. I think a little nutmeg, tries to get the other side. You can see the arm there from Samuel. He's stumbling, he's falling, he's under pressure. There's no doubt about it, lands on the ball.
Guerra with the throw. Lionel Messi, fouled by Dulce Cerenze. 59,032 fans at the Emirates Stadium. Messi into Aguero. Dulce Cerenze is there. It's a neat turn. And it's come through and stabbed wide by Insua.
Onside as well. From where I'm sitting, he looked offside, but the assistant referee didn't put his flag up, and really should do a lot better from that position there, right in the middle of the goal. dragged. This is just a great bit of improvisation, isn't it?
Sewer wide, his 7th appearance for his country. Looking at Aguero, Mark, they've got another one off the production line, another Messi-type player, Saviola. They're all so good on the ball, Argentina. Yep. This is Riquelme. Somoza and Sewer. It's blocked off.
Yeah, I think we just got an arm in the face there.
Due to Scirenze with the foul. Just over 5 minutes to go. Riquelme will take the free kick. Colaccini's gone forward. Samuel is in there too. Sandwich between them is Lionel Messi. So easy for João Gomes, the goalkeeper. And flicked on by Robinho. And Brazil break quickly. Gilberto. Kaká is wide. Wagner Love through the middle. Played to Kaká. The challenge was by Milito.
Just lost its momentum, didn't it? Kaká really had options. Thought maybe should have tried to change play quickly, but...
Scirenze to Maicon. Julio Batista. Brazilian fans loving this. Batista. Wagner Love trying to turn beyond Colaccini. Looking to force it through to Maicon and crowded out in the end. Well, he's gone down there on the edge of the penalty area.
Yeah.
And he's taken a blow on the head.
Sorry, that was Samuel.
Seemed to walk all over him.
He did, seemed to stamp on his head.
As the ball was cleared away downfield, there was certainly contact made.
Well, he's up on his feet. Wagner Love, but he took a buffing there.
Other matches coming up. Brazil-Wales, BBC 3 on Tuesday night. This is a good run again by Sabalete. Looks promising. He's had a little kick out, said Gilberto, after the ball had gone. And that's a strong challenge too. And Steve Bennett's going to have to keep a close eye on this. It was Maicon who came flying in there. And there are little squabbles developing all over the pitch. And Steve Bennett's looking back across the field of play because we have 2 fans on the pitch. They're waving flags and they're trying to cuddle players. We have 3 players on the pitch now, 3 fans on the pitch. It's all good-natured, but how have they got on this far? A more traditional Brazilian follower.
Yeah, it's not what the fans have come to see, is it? I think maybe now it's just given the game time to settle down a little bit in terms of the aggression, what's been shown.
Robinho there has got hold of one of the miscreants. Brazil are going to make another substitution, by the way, when they get time for the closing minutes. Rafael Silvas is going to come on for his debut. Another exciting young player from Internacional, and currently being linked with a move to Spain. And he's replaced Robinho. Less than 2 minutes to go. On comes the 21-year-old. Scored a couple in Internacional's recent Copa Libertadores success. Rated very highly. Argentina corner, away by Batista. And this is Kaká. And he's got Silvas to his left. Kaká, what a run! Kaká, what a run! What a goal! He went all the way. He didn't need anyone. 3-0 to Brazil.
Well, he sent out a message to the coach there, hasn't he, Dunga? Doesn't want to start from the bench. He's made one and scored one, an absolutely fabulous goal, you have to say. Lionel Messi gives the ball away, which really didn't look like there was too much problem from where he was. But Kaká with an elegant run. There's Messi giving the ball away. Now he picks the ball up. Messi can't keep with him. This is directness. Just keeps going. Great turn of pace here to get himself good strength. The goalkeeper commits himself, slides underneath. What a fantastic goal.
He scored against them in the Confederations Cup last summer to kill Argentina off that day. He's killed them off again, Kaká. He pointed to the sky after his goal. It's his usual goal celebration. Points to the heavens, deeply religious player. He believes that he was saved by Jesus from a diving accident when he was a boy. That's why he points to the heavens.
All the hallmarks of Brazil over it, wasn't there? Beautiful, elegant run, pace, skill, and the finish just to match.
4 minutes of time to be added. Convincing Brazilian victory. Argentina have had plenty of possession, Mark. They have had no cutting edge at all.
No.
Wagner,
some good chances.
Somoza, Riquelme. They arrived a day earlier, Argentina, and they've had 4 training sessions. They've really taken it seriously. Juan's clearance slips away. Would he have made up his mind then not to use the teammates at either side of it right from the start of the run?
And just as it develops, depends on what the defender does. Whether if the defender comes over, seems like a little stamp there, was it?
Well, it was Aguero. And there has been a niggly edge to the game in the last 10 minutes, and that's another yellow card.
It crept in, Jonathan, just crept in. Sort of.
Lucio, isn't it?
Yeah, Lucio, I think he just stamped on him as he went through.
All raked down the back of his Achilles, down the back of his calf, down to the Achilles.
Well, I can assure you, if this was a competitive game, I think there would have been some red cards here.
What a lovely run that was by Kaká. Cruise downfield.
You know, 1 minute they're defending a corner, and here it comes in, and this Messi just missed control. Now, it just all opens up here. What your defender wants to do is show him one way, but he doesn't. You can see him turning one way and then the other. And in that instance there, Kaká gets where he wants to go and not where the defender wants him to go. Because as a defender, you've got to show him where you want him to go. That's where your teammates are arriving to try and support you.
A run about 70 yards there.
Oh, you know, one of them goals that's shown time and time again, and you know, coming on as a sub, he had that little bit extra bit of energy. Could see Messi who just couldn't keep with him.
Well, the Argentinian coach said he wanted a 4-0 win. He'd settle for that. He's 3-0 down. Batista. Again, Steve Bennett, and very quickly it was Milito makes the challenge. At the end of the World Cup sourly, didn't they, with the after-match shenanigans against Germany. Kufre was involved that day. This is going to be another yellow card.
Milito. I think it is, yes.
1 or 2 incidents we've seen in the last 20 minutes. Just left a bit of a sour taste.
Yeah, unsavoury, you know, and the game really hasn't deserved it, and you just realise this is 2 competitive nations. You know, 7 World Cups between them. I said before, there's no such thing as a friendly between these 2.
Maicon, Rafael Sorvis. Strong running by Maicon, keeps it in. Hits Milito. Maicon stretches. Rafael Sorvis. Insua. Gilberto Silva.
I have to say it's the cutting edge from Argentina, which they lacked today. You know, Tevez didn't really get the service in the first half. Messi using the 2 small guys. In the second half, they started really well.
It looks like it's been a mistake though to play the 2 small guys up front.  'Zabaleta. 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 ' Messi pounding away. And I make it. We've had the regulation 4 minutes of stoppage time. Milano scored the first two. Oh, there's the ice pack, look.
It's okay, 2 goals comforts that.
3-0 to Brazil. Milano got the first two. Kaká got the best of them all. A superb run by Kaká, 70-80 yards perhaps. And Dunga celebrates his first victory in charge of Brazil, having captained them to a World Cup final success 12 years ago. A big crowd at the Emirates Stadium of 59,000, and they've seen an emphatic victory for Brazil here over Argentina as the deadly old rivalry between the two countries continues. It's finished Brazil 3, Argentina 0.